Hello, nerds. Kelly Renee Miller here. It's the Nerdbyte Sidekick Saturday. More of a sidebar. I find myself disturbed. I just finished Luke Cage. Awesome. And I went back to starting Jessica Jones over, and I recently watched the only other thing I've seen Krysten Ritter in, besides Veronica Mars, which was Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. Interesting show. Had a lot of potential, except they very definitely put some episodes that were supposed to be in the first season into the second season. Anyway, that's beside the point. I watched it because someone I know was talking about Jessica Jones with somebody. A guy. I don't remember who, just that it was a guy. And I was just so impressed with her performance, because based on, it's a very light, kind of fluffy character she played, even in a show like Veronica Mars, it has a little more weight to it, and just what I'd seen of her, I think maybe she'd popped up some other places, was very, like, the scene in Jessica Jones where she fakes the phone call and is like, hey, yeah, I just want you won this PlayStation, whatever, super up, and fluffy, bubblegum, nothing wrong with that, because I had that impression of her. I was so impressed with Jessica Jones, cause holy crap, she's incredible. And I was saying this to a friend, and they said, he said, well, she plays the same kind of character in Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. And I said, really? I thought that was a comedy. They said, it is, and it's really funny. But she plays the same type of, character that, is always drinking and is just, kind of just doing whatever, not doing whatever, but they just really drove it home, he even went so far as to say, she probably got the role of Jessica Jones because of Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. After having seen the entirety of that show now, and watching this again, I had a thought. That is probably just me running rampant. But what if it's not? What if it's... The thought was, did this guy watching this show, Jessica Jones, was all he saw was just some drunk bitch? Like she is in Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23? And it made me think, and maybe this doesn't apply to that person at all. Maybe it doesn't apply to him at all. Maybe he doesn't think that. Maybe he just, it had been a while since he's seen it, and it's just they both drink a lot, and I don't even remember if he's in the industry. I work with a lot of actors in doing what I do. Maybe he just, has trouble playing drunk himself. Or finds, drinking as problematic. All that. Who knows? Whatever.
Just let me explain.
But it did get me to thinking. How many men watching this
I'm a private investigator.
just see her as some drunk bitch who happens to be a superhero?
By a man who suspected his wife was cheating on him with you.
I don't mess with married women. I don't do drama.
That's a big problem for me. Because she's totally drunk. That's fine. Absolutely. And yeah, she's kind of busy. Nope. Well, she's busy, but she's kind of bitchy. But the problem with that is deeper to me. And again, I may be overthinking, but this is how I feel. So here we go. Say a guy's watching this show, just see her as some drunk bitch. who happens to be a superhero, so they like watching her kick some ass, and they like that she's sassy, and she's this and she's that. They seem to be missing the deeper issue of
It's better. Being alone.
the trauma
It's safer. With Kilgrave
that she went
there.
through. That is the reason she turned to, turned harder into alcoholism. And the powerlessness that she felt because of it. It seems to just write off the fact that she was enslaved for a year, 6 months. And I can't quite remember how long it was right now. And the fact that that's still affecting her. And it just makes me think, like, how many people, men specifically, watch the show. I'm repeating myself now, because I'm just so, again, I may just be thinking myself in circles, because it's 2:30 in the morning. And maybe most people see it for the tour de force, amazing, accurate, honoring, portrayal that honors people that have been through severe trauma that is often written off
You were the last one to
because of
see
what they were wearing, because they had too much to drink,
tell you anything. Where
because
why he's back.
they said yes first, because they flirted,
Was there anything about the way he looked?
and just see her as a drug
Where he
bitch.
took you? Was anyone else there? Damn it.
That frightens me. But you know what?
Are you a good jumper? Why?
It's far-reaching.
You made me jump. For hours as high as I
But
could.
the,
That was one of my events in school.
maybe it's not far-reaching,
I was number 2 in the state.
because several judges
He said I was never as good as
have
my brother.
have basically said that several women in the last 18 months were just a drunk bitch.
It's not
Don't ruin his life over that. Doesn't matter. There's even a case of a 16-year-old who filmed himself,
It's yours. He
live
said you
streamed
left
himself
me there
raping
to
a
die.
2-year-old.
You should have stayed to make
And
sure.
he didn't get jail
So
time.
he's mad. He wants to make me suffer.
Why
He suffered. How? How
do...
did he suffer? From the accident? Is he injured? Oh,
And I'm not
tell us
talking
why
about
you get it. No!
rapists.
I've
I've met so many more men
Okay.
who turn around, and it's not even victim blaming, because they don't see it that way. They genuinely believe, I worked with somebody today, they're like, but if she hadn't been wearing this, but she hasn't been wearing that. Do they not realize that, one, that you're saying the default state of a man is to be a rapist, and that's why other people, and they can't control themselves, so that's why other people have to work outside. But why is sex that is used to sell everything, that is viewed as the pinnacle of any relationship, any romantic relationship, that is viewed as that makes friendship seem less than, when you're friend zoned, that's a bad thing because you don't get sex, somehow becomes so unimportant
She wasn't in control. If you kill
when
someone while driving
it's
a car,
forced on someone
she was
that
abducted.
doesn't want it.
Hers was abducted and she still got convicted.
Why is it more important that the person wanted it?
I'll call back. Hope she'll out
And I'm talking about any rapist.
She was brain
Just
brainwashed.
male rapists are a lot more
Whatever you
common.
can sell.
A lot more
How
common.
about the truth? And what is it? You have to talk to her.
Yeah,
Hey,
I couldn't, sit alone with these thoughts.
for cases like hers.
And I wanted the internet at large to have access to them.
I'll let you know. If any work comes in for you,
So,
until then, relax. Get a massage. Have a great Filipino.
those are them.
Walk all over your back. Massages make me tense. There's nothing you can do for this girl. I can
Krysten
prove that
Ritter,
rape exists.
you are
If
amazing.
influence people like that, I would hire him to do
And
all my
thank you
God damn it, this is not a joke.
for all of my friends. And for anyone I know that struggled with PTSD, be it from something like this or something else,
I'm resourceful.
for your performance.
If I can convince you, will you represent her?
Because that shit's hard. Kelly Renee Miller.
I'll owe you a favor.
Sidebar Saturday.
Excuse me.
This is the Nerdbyte.